Hi, my name is Gerald, and I'm a Wandsworth personal trainer. And I want to speak to you about training, more specifically, high intensity interval training. Now, if you've never heard of this type of training before, it's a way where you can actually condense an hour's worth of work into 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how intense you want to work. Interval training is where you do short bursts of vigorous exercise followed by short rest periods. And the advantage of training in this way is that you can actually burn more calories in a shorter period of time. Now, the reason why this is possible, or to understand why this is possible, I just want to go over briefly the difference between training at low intensity. So just for argument's sake, if you went and did a 30-minute jog or a hour jog, you'd be training at low intensity. It's likely you're training at low intensity. And if you were to do um, uh, let's say you wanted to run 3/4 of a mile as fast as you can, the quickest time possible, you would be working at high intensity. What will happen at the end of working at high intensity is that you're working without oxygen and you'll accumulate something called lactic acid. And this is a sort of a byproduct of working at high intensity. And it can make your muscles sore, can make them stiff, and it can make muscle contractions harder. You may have felt it when you're exercising before. And once you have enough lactic acid in your muscles, you can no longer exercise. It becomes very difficult and you need to stop exercising. So that's generally what happens when you work at high intensity. However, when you work at this intensity, you can burn so many calories. Now, what high intensity interval training allows you to do, it allows you to work at that intensity with rest periods so that you can prolong the exercise for maybe 10 to 20 minutes. So rather than stopping after doing 3, 5, 10 minutes of exercise because you're absolutely fatigued, you can actually prolong this exercise a little bit more longer, prolong the intensity for longer, and actually have short bouts where you're working at a really, really high metabolic rate and burning a lot of calories. Now, this has many advantages. Research has shown that you can gain significant increases in your fitness levels in a very short period of time. In fact, it's been shown that beginners can actually improve their fitness levels in as short as 2 weeks. Now, how they've measured this is they've done studies with with a group of with groups of people in one study. So in one group they'll work at low intensity, another group will work doing high intensity interval training. And what will happen is that after 2 weeks you may see some small improvements in fitness levels. So one of the markers they will use is they'll get you to cycle at a particular intensity till you can no longer carry on cycling. So if you last for 20 minutes, I believe this was how long the high intensity interval group lasted for the first time they did this experiment. However, after 2 weeks of interval training, they were able to last for 51 minutes before they were finally exhausted. So this is a 53% increase in just 2 weeks. Now, it was a lot less for the group that did normal low intensity training. So the difference was significant. And this was despite the low intensity group training for a much longer period of time, 45 minutes to an hour. So that's just to highlight how effective this type of training is. Okay, so I hope you found this interesting. I'm going to do another talk next week on high intensity interval training. And if you have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to fire away. Thanks a lot. Bye.